Who's your Heisman favorite?
Johnny Manziel, and for a lot of reasons, but mainly because he's the toughest college football player I think I've ever seen.
Touchdown! Houdini does it again.
We know we got a big-time half of football coming right at us with Johnny Manziel going to step on this field.
And he might already have Johnny Manziel's signature play for this year now. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? And you say magic?
Replay. Manziel looking, trying to escape. Powers his way.
Been talking a lot of sports recently here at the end of the show. Oddly enough, a perfect sign of our times on a very different field of competition. The disaster that is Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football as he was known in high school and college, the best college football player of his time. Now, this is not a story about a tragedy, because what has happened to this obviously athletically talented sack of intellectual and common sense waste is not what I or anybody else should consider tragic.
Well, the grand jury has reportedly indicted former Browns quarterback Johnny Manziel on assault charges. The athlete's ex-girlfriend told police that Manziel hit her so hard she temporarily lost hearing. Manziel allegedly grabbed her by the hair and threw her in his car, saying, "Shut up or I'll kill both of us." Browns beat writer Mary Kay Cabot says Manziel is throwing away his football career.
As the season went along, you could just see that he was kind of unraveling. And then since the season has ended, it has just gotten progressively worse.
What's tragic here is the alleged physical damage Manziel inflicted upon another human being and the countless amount of time other people have wasted seeking to save him from himself. Johnny Manziel is just another throwaway strap with a jock inside it when viewed by entities such as Texas A&M. Get him recruited, shuffle him out there to score TDs, shovel more cash into the university coffers. In 2012, the university scored about $120 million in revenue thanks to Johnny Cashbag, sixth highest revenue count of any school in the nation that year. And a lot of it came from merchandising his name and likeness, for which Manziel got a fat zero, pretty close to the same number he got attending classes at the school from which he never graduated. Took the Heisman Trophy, turned it into fat checks in the NFL, slips of paper he will likely never receive again after screwing his life into the ground with everything from using a fake driver's license to the usual "we allow superstar jocks to do this without any concern" breaking of NCAA rules, drinking himself stupid, and then allegedly beating up a defenseless woman. I personally have no sympathy for Johnny Manziel. His parents allowed him to be treated as something athletically special his entire life, failing miserably to make him face his responsibilities to himself. A wealthy bunch that began the coddling and entitlement of another star jock, whereas numbers from the scouting services were more important than grades, and learning how to be a responsible man. Stories I've heard far too often and have grown violently ill at defending. Let's add to it, Manziel is 23 years of age, not as if he's just taken off his Pampers for the first time. Allegedly a grown man, but still needing everyone else to care for him because he was the great Johnny Football. Manziel was never forced to accept or even confront the reality and accountability of his actions until now. Just in time for maybe a short stay in the Gray Bar Hotel and a lesson in what playing defense really means. And I, for one, am done blaming only the university, only his coaches, only his blood and cash-sucking entourages. I've got no trouble blaming his parents, the ones who pleaded and begged for people to help their son after years of giving him free rein to turn into the jackass he's become, and then blaming Manziel himself for his current state in life.
In a police report obtained by News Channel 5, Crowley says Manziel was acting like he was on some kind of drugs and struck her several times on the drive to her apartment. When they got there, it escalated even more. WFAA reports Crowley told police Manziel told her to shut up or I'll kill us both.
It is absolutely possible Johnny Airhead's former girlfriend is exaggerating, stretching the truth, maybe even lying through her teeth. But that makes no difference in this case. Johnny Meatball is a prime example of the times we live in. Someone with a bucket load of cash because of a certain ability. The belief that he, or perhaps she, is above the law and so special they can get away with anything, anytime, anywhere. Because the general public is too stupid to see through the flimsy veneer of being nothing more than a fraud. And when in trouble, begging people to believe them, help them, save them from themselves. With a wink after the camera's been turned off, knowing they have taken advantage of the suckers once again. Gee, isn't it funny how football sometimes imitates life? And maybe even politics. And that is telling it like it is. Rock on, true believers. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night, right back here on The Hardline.